This. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the first day of what I call the First to Deal Challenge. Now, this isn't to just close your first deal. This is more of the practical stuff, and which I feel is one of the hardest things to do. It's getting a property, putting it under contract, and just making the offer, and let alone finding the house in the first place. I developed this challenge in January, and I've been running it with my private community. I've been doing this thing for quite some time. For all of my people that are here, my private community is a little bit different. It's not like what you guys have access to inside of the group. But this is a challenge that's proprietary to my students that are in this community. And it's not a freaking, it's not something that breaks the bank, man. Like, I charge $97. It's 7 days to try it for free. I dropped it in the comment section. If any of you guys wish to follow me, we do Bible studies. We meet 3 times a week. I preach Jesus. I preach God. I'm also very aligned with the business. I just went from having 40 people in an office and over 10,000 square feet of workspace to consolidating my team to 2 Americans, 3 virtual assistants for my own virtual staffing company. And I am running lean. My overhead used to be almost $70,000 a month to produce $300,000 a month. Well, got rid of everything because it was just way too much. The economy is not where it needs to be. On top of that, I felt like I really just gave up, spending time with my family, with my wife, with my kid, in the pursuit of making lots of money. And did I do well for myself? Absolutely. I've spoken on stages in front of thousands of people. I flipped well over 1,000 properties in my career, but at what cost? I didn't have time. I gave up one job for another job, and here I am working and slaving away at this place where everybody's freaking dependent on me, where I'm having to figure out how the hell I'm going to make it through the week with the overhead. Deals are taking forever to close. Does this sound like something that maybe some of you guys are going through right now? I think I might be preaching to somebody when I say that we're in the season of sacrifice, right? So it's like we're missing birthdays, we're missing mom's birthday, we're missing time with the kids, we're missing times with our husbands and our wives and the people that we should be spending our time with, you know? And this is the reality, man. A lot of times it's because we haven't created a predictable system that can allow for us to have consistent deals closing without the headache, without the overhead, without breaking the bank account, man. Who here's already trying to like not break the bank account? I've been there, man. I know what it's like to just be like, holy crap, like we got money to make. We got expenses that are coming in from the business. The money's taking forever to get here, and the bills ain't slowing down, right? Like, come on, dude. I got to be talking to somebody. Type one in the comments if that's you. Because I've been there. I've been there. I've been at the bottom. I know exactly what it feels like to have nothing, dude. I've slept inside of laundromats. I've slept inside of Jack in the Box's dining area. I've bathed in restrooms through and through, man. I've never slept on myself, and I'm covered and bathed within the blood of Christ. And I truthfully believe that through my testimony, you guys can see that anything is possible for y'all, man. Because I'm just a normal dude at the end of the day. Anything God gave me, He gave you. I can promise you that. Right. And so, guys, I developed this challenge to help y'all really get an idea of what it is when you start this business and when you start really making something happen for yourself. And I think that for a lot of people, they get confused on where to start. If that's you, drop a 2 in the comments. If you're like, man, where do I start, Q? Like, I'm getting information from this person, this person, this person, this person, that person. I don't know where. I'm reading it on the line. All these people posting on Facebook groups, all these people posting on YouTube. I'm like, where do I start? Dude, I'm going to tell you, just like my mentor told me, all right? Follow one person. You don't need 20 mentors. You just need one guy who's actually been there that knows what he's doing. Okay? No more unicorns. Eliminate the unicorns. What does that mean? No more distractions. All right. We're going to lock in. We're going to lock in with one person, and that's it. And if you ain't want to follow a mentor, you can lock in on your own, fine, but follow one person's curriculum. Okay. I've been there too. I know what it's like to have that ego, man. Ego's your enemy. I'm going to be the first to tell you that I was not coachable my first 5 years in business. I had a chip on my shoulder mentality. I had something to prove. I had people that were doubting me. In my head, I was like, man, I got to figure out a way to prove all these people wrong. Right. And so, like, I've been there too, where you just want to kind of prove yourself. Humble yourself a little bit, just trying to help you. Okay. So if you allow me to help you, I would really appreciate it. Now, I have a favor to ask for everybody in this call. So if you're with me today, I appreciate you. Thank you. I love you. I value you. And I promise you, I will not waste your time while you're on this call. I'm going to give you more information than probably 90% of the YouTube videos that you've ever watched in your career. I've been doing this for 12 years. Come June of this year, which is next month, 12 years, all right? And I've seen it all. I've seen the upsides, the downsides. I've seen multiple deals closing throughout the month. I've seen no deals closing throughout the month. I've been inside the middle of a freaking recession. I've been out of it as well. And I can give you guys tangible advice here, all right? And so all I ask, because I'm taking time out of my day too, with everything that I've told you about me, and just type a one in the comments if you agree. And I just want to make sure that we're on the same page, all right? Am I qualified to teach you? Drop a one in the comments if that's you. Am I qualified to teach you? Do you allow me to teach you? I need to see it from everybody. I don't want just a bunch of people. If you're driving, dude, type a one. It's not too hard. I need to see it. I need confirmation from everyone. Okay. I appreciate all of you. Thank you guys so much for allowing me the opportunity to mentor you and coach you today. You're already miles ahead of me because in the beginning of my career, I couldn't even do that. Pride was in my way. And I know what it's like to do that. Okay. Now, number two, I have to ask a favor of you now. Okay. I'm qualified to teach you. You've given me permission. The favor that I need to ask of you is very important. If you guys believe that I'm qualified to teach you, may I ask a favor of you? Now, drop a two in the comments if that's you. And it's very simple. It doesn't cost you any bit of money whatsoever. I just need to know that I can ask something of you guys. All right. Because I'm gonna give you everything through the next 3 days. By the time we're done with this, somebody here should have a property under contract. That is my guarantee to you, is that someone in this audience of over 60 people, we got 130, 140 people that registered for this, is going to get a property under contract. All I ask for is your undivided attention. That's it. So can you please mute your phones for me? If you're driving, can you do me a favor and just pull over for a minute? I understand we all got things that we got to do, places that we got to go. I get it. I get it. But all I'm asking is for your undivided attention for just 1 hour, man. 1 hour. Okay? If you can do that for me, I promise you it'll be the best hour that you've ever given to anybody. I will not waste your time. Okay? So, guys, with that being said, we're going to jump into it. All right. The platform that we're going to be talking about today, and this is one that I feel that is the wholesaler's tool belt of what it is that you need in your business. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link in here. And I think that my friend Alex is in here. Alex is my admin. If you guys received a text message or email from my company, that's exactly where it came from. But this is a 7-day challenge. All right. So this means you get to use a platform for free for 7 days. On top of that, I messaged the owner and I told him I paid him a little over $1,000 to ensure that every person in this call today gets $30 worth of free credits on just the free trial. So all you got to do, guys, is use this link that I'm dropping in the comment section right now, right? This is for this challenge. This is powered by Deal Machine. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever used this platform, but I'm going to tell you all a lot about it today. And I'm going to show you guys some really cool things. It's 7 days for free. My goal is that you get your deal that you need under contract within that 7 day period of time. You cancel it before you spend the money. But I need everybody here to hit this link and sign up for it. Okay. It's free 99. You get $30 on your boy. You can use that for direct mail credits, for calling credits. You can use a dialer that's inside of the platform to cold call. You can do a lot of different things. And I'm going to show you guys some really cool stuff because what we're going to do is we're going to narrow some things down. It's only going to be an hour of your time. So from now till about 1:30, 1:15 is what I need from you guys. All right. Right now it's 12:15 where I'm at. I'm not sure where you guys are at, but it comes with 10,000 free skip trace leads every single month. It is a full-blown marketing platform. You can use this thing to prospect. And so, guys, what we're going to do first is I want to kind of outline exactly what a real estate business looks like for anybody that is here and where it starts and where it finishes and where you and I are going to be. All right. So, in this challenge, my goal is that everybody here can at least get their first lead or first contract. So, either or. And you can do this. You can do this because the way that I'm going to show you how to do this, I don't think anybody else is doing it this way. And I'm going to give you guys tangible evidence because I am going to replicate it. And then when this call is over, I would expect to give all of you guys homework. If you guys don't mind, I'm going to give you all homework. All right. We're going to kind of go over this stuff together. This is my whiteboard thing that I plan on writing on. I will grab it and pull it up and put it in your face too. So don't worry about it if you can't see it too well. But we're going to do, guys, we're going to talk about the 4 parts of a real estate business and what it looks like. Okay. These are 4 parts of a real estate business. And yes, 2, there will be replays. So this is a recorded session. However, you will not get the recording until this whole session is done and completed and edited next week. And so you guys get the sauce now. All of my people that are action takers, you guys are getting the sauce today. All right. And so, guys, there are four key components to what makes this real estate business pop. All right. And this is exactly how you do it. I'm talking about in chronological order here. You start here and then boom, you do it this way. All right. And so with this being said, this is where you begin in your real estate business. Let me go ahead and pull this thing up and we're going to I'm just going to write on this thing. All right. So again, number one is marketing. That's where it starts. Now, you guys are more than welcome to move with me in this. All right. So it starts with marketing. Marketing number one. This thing being the forefront where your business starts. Marketing. Without this, you ain't got nothing. Okay. You need to get this to have anything else. If you're in here, mute yourself, please. So again, marketing. That's what we need to do. That means finding properties. Second piece here, we're going to go into fulfillment. Fulfillment, second piece. What is fulfillment? Fulfillment is knowing how to structure and offer, putting a property under contract. This is comping. This is underwriting. This is knowing what a deal looks like. And I'm going to show you guys how to do that this whole time. All right. The third piece of it is the disposition side. We can call this dispo for short. Dispo means finding buyers. That's it. It's finding investors, raising capital, building a fund, getting pre-approved with hard money lenders, getting pre-approved with conventional lenders. This is everything. All right. And so, guys, what does this look like? Number one, we find the houses. This is going to be a whole thing that I'm going to go over today. Number two, we structure the deal. We put properties under contract. That's going to be day two. Day three, we're going to be marketing. We're going to be finding both. I'm going to show you guys how to find investors, how to find buyers.
Thank you for being a valued member here at the club.
And then here, last piece, which is also very much important. Scaling it. Scaling it. That's the system. That's the thing that makes the money. All right. So these four pieces are what makes a real estate business pop. That's it. It's just four things. And so you start at the top and you work your way down. Very simple, very simple. So I just want to reiterate on it. Number one is marketing, prospecting. Number two is fulfillment. Number three is disposition. Number four is the scalability of it. It's scaling it. All right. Now, guys, I want everybody here to kind of understand what I mean by this and why this is important. Once you have metrics, it can be scaled. What does that mean? What does that mean? What's the first thing that your personal trainer, or if you guys ever gone to the gym, what's the first thing that you step on before you even start? Why? Because your trainer wants to know how much you weigh at scale, right? That's imperative. And so if you wanted to gain weight, don't you think that number is important? If you wanted to lose weight, don't you think that number is important? Why? It's because it's tangible. It's a metric, and metrics are part of the scalability of a real estate business. I tell you, man, I meet some people sometimes when I go to these speaking gigs and these things that I do in the business, and people come up to me and say, "Yo, Q, man, how do I get to 5 deals a month?" And I say, "Bro, what did you do to close one?" So I don't know, man. I just kind of got lucky. Okay, what did luck look like? How many calls did you make? How many people hung up on you? How many no's? How many yeses? How many offers did you write? How many people did you talk to? How many times did you get hung up on? How many individuals did you target? Where were you marketing? Right? You see, all of these things are metrics. If you don't know what your cost per lead looks like, means how much money you spent to get one lead, and you don't know what your cost per contract looks like, which is how much money you are spending to get your first contract, and you don't know what your cost per deal is, which means how much money you spend, period, to be able to put a property under contract. Well, then if you just knew a number of it, who here would say like, man, every time I spent 500 bucks on my business, I closed one deal and it net me $10,000. You know what that would mean? That would mean that your cost per lead is a specific number, cost per contract, specific number, cost per deal, specific number. And so if you know what that number is and it's only 500 bucks, then wouldn't you want to spend $10,000 in marketing to close $100,000 in revenue? You get what I'm saying? And now these metrics that I'm talking about are part of the scalability of it. It's probably going to be on a separate session. In today's session, I'm going to simplify this process and show you guys how to go about prospecting. All right. And I think that for a lot of people, most people don't even know what leads are. Now, leads and prospects are two entirely different things. Two entirely different things. When you begin your business, the first thing that you need to identify is what it is that you are trying to do. Who is your customer avatar? How are you servicing this person? What does this look like? Well, let me give you guys an example. All right. Who here understands this concept? And I just want everybody here to know, if I am selling lemonade, do you think that I can sell lemonade with ice cubes, lemonade slushies in an ice skating rink where it is literally like 30 to 40 degrees in there? No, no, not at all. Right. But if you sold hot cocoa in that area, do you guys understand that you'll get more business? Why? It's because it's a warm drink. Two, it's cold outside, right? And so your product has to match the consumer. And most people don't know that. It's a very important thing to address in the beginning stages of your business. And so, number one, we got to ask ourselves. So, the big question here, the big question, who is our customer? Who is our customer? Who here can tell me what a distressed seller looks like? Because we're marketing to distressed sellers, right? Give me some examples of what would make someone want, or not just want, because want is vague. I could want to sell my house now. Who here could tell me what would make me need to sell my house? There we go. Divorce. I see that. That's a good one. We're going to say divorce. Powerful. Back taxes. I saw that one too. What else we got? Probate. Exactly. Probate. That's death. Deployment, yeah, that's good. Military. Military is a big one. Sometimes military will literally tell you they ain't going anywhere, right? Sickness, yeah, disease, that's a big one. So, guys, I want to break this down and simplify all of these meanings here in a way towards where everybody here can understand it. I called it the 4Ds. So, if you're with me, I'd like for you to repeat these things, okay? It's 5Ds, but we can just sum it up to four because sometimes I forget one. But it's death, write this down: death, divorce, disease, debt, distress. Death, divorce, disease, debt, distress. Death, divorce, disease, debt, distress. Those are the 5 Ds to a motivated seller. And I think that you guys should definitely write that down because that is fire. All right. That's what makes somebody want to sell a property, right? That's what makes somebody want to actually engage in a conversation with you. And so in this business, I'd like to correct something that's very, very, what I feel is very much overlooked. Okay. Especially for you guys that are brand new in this business. Y'all, we ain't in the business of buying houses. We're in the business of solving problems. That's it. And so I'm going to repeat this, and I want everybody here who's with me to repeat it in the comments section. Find problem, solve problem, get paid. Find problem, solve problem, get paid. Find problem, solve problem, get paid. What does that even mean? In this business, you just have to solve one big problem, and there's a huge check. One of the homies told me when I first started, he was one of my first mentors, and I disagreed with him. And he said, "Hey, Q, if you want to make $1 million, solve 1 million problems." Well, when I thought about that, I said, wow, that's not tangible because that means I have to solve 1 million problems. If you want to make $1 million on one deal, you solve $1 million problem. The better that you get at solving problems, the easier that it is for you guys to close more deals. That is something that I wish someone would have told me at the beginning of my career. And I want to tell all you guys here now because I feel that it is important for everybody. You find the problem, you solve the problem, and you get paid. So no more marketing to these crazy different lists that have 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 records. One person, which is the majority of you guys in here, is not going to find a deal like that. Okay, you're going to burn yourself out, bang your head against the wall, and then ask yourself why this business never worked out. It's because you don't know how to identify, find, and solve problems. And so, what exactly does that look like here? Now, we're going to jump into prospecting, and I'm going to blow everybody's mind on this, okay? Because I'm going to put together this thing so that everybody here can understand what a prospect is. Now, leads, when most people are like, I sell leads, I sell data, I sell skip tracing, I'm just here to tell you right now, y'all, leads are different than prospects. A lead is someone that you've already talked to. They've been vetted. They understand. They know that your intent is to buy their property. They aren't cold, man. They're warm. These are people that are interested in selling their house. They've talked to you before. They expressed intent. That's a lead. Now, all you guys are like, I just downloaded 10,000 leads. No, you didn't. You downloaded 10,000 prospects. Those aren't leads until you've called the list, marketed to the list, texted the list, left voicemails to the list, direct mailed the list, sent every form of marketing, door knocked the list, however you went about doing it. And you talked to somebody on that list that said that they were interested in selling their house. Okay. And so, guys, just want to put a pin in that for everybody that is here. We're going to come back to that. Now, what I'm going to do now, guys, we're going to kind of just go into this. All right. So, everybody has this. I'm going to take it off. This is a giant sticky note, which is super cool. But we're going to go ahead and move into what I feel is probably going to be one of the most valuable parts of this segment. All right. And so, I'm just going to kind of move this in here. And so that way everybody can see this. Okay. So, we separate data into three columns. Three columns. So you can follow me. You can draw this on your paper as well so that you guys can be a part of what it is that we're doing. Three columns. Now, this one here on this side, we call this blanket data. Blanket data. Well, what does blanket data look like? I'm going to go into that. This next one is called blanket variable. Last one here is called niche. This is very important that you guys pay attention right here. This is going to blow your mind, okay? Now, again, from this point here, most of you guys just kind of go here and download leads. What is blanket data? I'm going to write this down for everybody. Number one, and I'm sorry I'm left-handed, it's high equity, okay? That's number one. Number two is low equity. Number three is free and clear. Number four is unknown equity. Can everybody see that? Number four is unknown equity. So I'm going to break this down. It's super simple. High equity data means that the individual has almost paid the property off. Low equity data, it means that the person here has not paid the property off, more than likely just bought it. Then we have free and clear, which means that the property is fully paid off. They owe no money on it. And then we have the last one. We don't know what the hell they have against that property. We just know that it's unknown. And so that is a variable. We don't know if there's debt. It could be debt, but it could be like a federal tax lien. It could be like maybe a HELOC, a second mortgage. There's a lot of different variables that could say unknown equity, but it's not appearing on a mortgage statement for some reason. So that lead becomes unknown equity. I call this blanket data. Why? Is because this data could be anywhere between 700,000 plus records on one list. 700,000 plus records on one list. Who here has downloaded a high equity list before and tried to call it? I'm just wondering, like, put a one in the comments if that's you. I promise you, it was about what, 100,000 leads or more? That was probably not tangible. Who here almost got burned out because of that? You see, there's no motivation here. They either paid the property off almost, they owe enough on it where they're not interested in selling. They may not owe anything, or we don't know what they owe. This is not niche at all. This is the foundation that you build a niche list on, which we move to the next caliber here. Blanket variable. What does blanket variable look like for everybody that is here? Well, number one, these are different variables that make these possible leads. And I'm going to show you what this looks like now, okay? So we're going to do tax delinquent. That's number one, tax delinquent. Number two, senior owners. Number three, disabled. Number four, low income. Number five, low credit. Number six, vacant. Who here has that list? That's a good one. Vacancy, tax delinquency, senior, disabled, low income, low credit, vacant. And the last one here is code enforcement. Now, guys, these are variables. What does this mean? What does this mean? A variable is a reason that someone may be interested in selling a house. It's what we look for. I'm going to show you guys how to build this list, and we're going to do this tangibly. And I would like for y'all to follow me as I explain what this looks like. Now, tax delinquency, you can typically get from the county. A lot of softwares, Deal Machine is one of them, that actually has a decent list of properties that are delinquent in taxes. It means that they haven't paid their property taxes. Sometimes, because they haven't paid their taxes, pretty much means that they're losing the house. Maybe somebody died. There's a lot of reasons as to why somebody doesn't pay their property taxes. But again, we can always adhere to the 5 Ds: death, divorce, distress, debt, and I think what was it? No, you guys know what I'm talking about. Divorce, right? So we know tax delinquency is a factor. It means that they are behind on property taxes. Senior means that the person who owns the property is over the age of 65. They file for seniority, and on their property, they might have a senior exemption, which makes them exempt to a portion of their taxes. Sometimes being a senior makes that tax bill go up because in some states, it's legal for that homeowner to not pay property taxes with the risk of getting their property foreclosed on them by the city. So if you live in one of those states, Texas is one, Ohio is one, Florida is one, Arizona is one. If you have a senior exemption on your property, the delinquency in taxes will not be a reason that your property gets foreclosed on. You guys are more than welcome to look this up, by the way, so you guys can get an idea of what that looks like. Seniority just means that the homeowner is over the age of 65. So what happens to people after the age of 65? Somebody tell me in the comment section. I want to make sure that you guys are actually listening to me today. What happens if somebody's over the age of 65? What happens to their health? Yeah, some of them die. You're right, guy. That's deep, bro. My dude went in. The health declines, exactly. Sickness becomes more inherent, right? A lot of people, they pass away. Sometimes they retire. It could be a lot of different reasons. I love it. Thank you guys. I just want to make sure that y'all with me. So seniors is a great property list to go after. It means that somebody owns a property, they're over the age 65, they're on the way out, they want to downsize, they want to go to another property, maybe they want to go into a nursing home, maybe they need somebody to take care of them, maybe they're just sick, period, right? And they can't afford the home, so they could also be on their way out, or two, they're already on their way out and the property hasn't gone through the probate process yet. Disabled is the same thing. Come on, guys. How many of y'all people know that are disabled that are living in a 4,000 square foot property that has 2 stories? What do you think somebody who lives in a big house that's disabled has to go upstairs and downstairs going to want to do? Just like what my friend iPhone 2 said on this call, you got to downsize. The disability. Low income means individuals who have make less than $25,000 a year. Some people are in that. It is what it is, right? And it's okay. But low income is where a lot of people are when they're in a level of distress. The economy is just rising. Everything is becoming more inherently expensive these days. I know that what did Trump just do? He just sliced down prescription drugs by 50%. So that's real cool, right? But that doesn't stop all these other things that are happening, like the cost of chicken is at an all-time high. And so you look at these things, right? It's a $25,000 yearly income. Do you guys think that's enough for you to own a house and have a $2,300 monthly mortgage payment? On top of that, pay your property taxes. On top of that, pay for your HOA fees. On top of that, be able to have daily expenses and income. Do y'all think $25,000 is enough to sustain somebody who's living in a, let's say, 2,600 square foot home, right? 3 bedroom, 2 bath on a single household income who's not married, right? Come on, guys. Nowadays, it's crazy, but it takes two to tango. And so I look at this as a variable here. Means that somebody somewhere owns a property, is in distress because they make less than $25,000 a year. Low credit, low credit. What does low credit look like? Now, for my people that are watching this, low credit means that your credit score is below 620, and it's a variable. It's a variable. Sometimes your credit is wrong, or your credit is bad for the wrong reasons, right? Come on, man. I've been through it before. Who here has had a car repoed? I'm no saint, man. I was born a sinner. I'm bathed in the blood of Jesus. I'll tell you guys now. I've had my vehicle repoed. I've had credit cards get maxed out. I've had things that I've had finance taken away from TVs, all kinds of stuff, man. Your boy was in the hood at one point. I didn't know what debt was. My mom never taught me about credit card stuff. And so what happens is a lot of people, maybe they start falling behind on their mortgage. When you fall back on your mortgage, what happens? Your credit starts dropping, right? Because that bank is going to report it to the credit bureaus. It sucks. It's part of life. But then again, like your credit starts to drop, it starts to diminish. Okay, well, I'm falling back, I'm behind on payments in my house. 3 payments goes by. Well, dang, I'm looking at foreclosure. I need to modify my loan. Well, what's up? I'm trying to go to the bank. I tell them, hey, man, I want to modify my loan. And what do they say? They say, Q, we can't do it. Why? Because your credit's too low. They deny your loan modification. Now I'm facing foreclosure. So yeah, low credit, that's a variable. I'm creating a scenario so that you guys understand what a level of distress looks like. I might be over exaggerating, but I think a lot of y'all have either been through what I'm talking about. Drop one in the comments if you've either been affiliated with somebody who's been through this or you yourself has been through this. Cause I know I have. Again, like guys, I'm not new to the struggle, dog. All right. That's the reason why real estate had to work for me. I didn't want to sell weed anymore. And I didn't want to work at Jack in the Box anymore. I was tired of having roommates. I wanted something to work. I had a kid on the way, and I was scared that I was going to be a bad father because my son would see his father as a drug dealer. Because that's all I thought I would ever going to be. And here I am today, closing anywhere between 3 to 5 houses a month as a solo operation with just a very minimal team. I used to have a big team, big office, and all of that stuff, man. This is the way to do it now. And I think that anybody here can take exactly what I'm doing and replicate it. That's why I'm showing you guys this. All right. Because again, God's meeting you exactly where you are. And he didn't bring you this far to only bring you this far. There's tons of more things that are going to happen in this world to you. But when you have faith and you're aligned, you're building this business on kingdom principles. Well, let me tell you guys something. God's favor going to be so present in your life. It's not even funny. Now, with that being said, code enforcement, very simple list. Basically means that you're not keeping up with the outside of your house. And so what happens is the city will come by and they'll fine you. They'll find you, not find you. They're not that crazy. I mean, sometimes they find you. They show up at your work and stuff like that. But I mean, like, fine you. All right. What that means is like they're going to put a lien or some type of debt or some type of bill against your property because you're not mowing your grass. So there's a reason for that. These are what I call blanket variables because the types of lists that these are could be anywhere between, I'd say, about 10,000 records or more. 10,000 records or more is what we're looking at. Okay. So 10,000 records or more. Now, this last one here, this one is niche. Like, this is like the bread and butter here. Okay. If you guys can get your hands on this stuff organically, I mean, like, go down to your courthouse, that's where you're going to make the biggest bang for your buck in all of this. So y'all know I dropped the link, right? I'm gonna drop it again. Maybe some of you guys are wondering what this is and kind of why I'm explaining this, right? So there's a paid way to do this, which we're using Deal Machine. It's free for everybody, and I hope that you guys have signed up with me because I'm about to start sharing my screen. But in my community, I call it the real estate cheat code. The cheat code is very simple. I show you guys how to find data not from paid platforms, but organically through your county. I show you how to go to open records requests where you can get a lot of this data sent to you automatically every single month. I show you guys how to build out automations using AI like Grok, OpenAI, who's familiar with ChatGPT, that you can use with on free platforms like Python to build scrapers. I know I might be talking code right now, but basically what I'm saying is I help people create a little button that they press on their computer. And when they press that little button, it takes all of the county data that they've ever wanted from probates to tax delinquencies to fire damage properties, water shut off, utility shut off, and it takes it from the internet and puts it in a spreadsheet so that you can market to it. That's what I call the real estate cheat code. Now, I think there's a reason that some of you guys aren't closing deals yet. And a lot of the reasons why is because you don't know where to fish, man. You kind of just got your pole on the side of the pier, you're throwing it in, you're praying to God that you're reeling something in, but nothing's coming because you don't know where you're fishing. And so, guys, in the cheat code, which is what I teach in my private community, you learn exactly how to do that. You can learn how to do it manually without the automations and all the cool stuff that AI can do for you, which I show you how to do that as well. But it's inside of this group. Love to have you on the other side. It's a way that I don't think anybody's teaching this business. We also teach curative title work, which is level 10 problem solving, how to remove judgments, how to remove liens, how to negotiate payments on taxes, property taxes. These are things that most people don't teach in the business. So you learn curative title work. I was mentored by an attorney here in San Antonio, Texas. He's kind of arrogant, so I never give him a shout out. And he kicked me out of his RIA because I became competition once I grew into the game. For you that is commenting that, Mr. Delgado, a judgment is when somebody defaults in a lawsuit 9 times out of 10, which happens. And so if you're getting sued over a piece of property and you decide to not show up to court or you lose, what happens is the judge issues a default judgment against you. The court typically pays that money out, and then the government puts a lien against your house to get reimbursement for you losing that lawsuit. It's a great reason that somebody would want to sell their property. Now, what's cool about a judgment, if it's against a homestead, like my properties here is a homestead. This is my house. I bought it sub two. This is a $580,000 crib. This house I got for literally $20,000. The homeowner paid me $20,000 to take it over. There was a bunch of people in here that were orejon. I don't know if you guys know what that means, but it's a San Antonio prison game. It's really ridiculous. They basically love the San Antonio Spurs like way too much to the point where they created a prison gang centered around it. There was about 12 of them in here, and nobody wanted to mess with it. I came in, took the property over, subject to, and yeah, it's my primary residence. This is one of 44 houses that I own. All these properties that I own, I have found utilizing the strategy that I'm talking to you guys about today. And so guys, this what I'm going over right now with the niche stuff. That's available to all of you guys on the other side. You could check it out for 7 days for free. That's my gift to all of you in the link that I just put in that description. Feel free to copy and paste it, put in your notes, sign up later. We're doing like multiple calls every week where I talk about this stuff. No one's teaching this. I'm being honest. Like everybody's telling you to sign up for softwares and systems because they're getting paid to do that. And I'm not going to be the one here to lie to you and sit there and say, hey, I'm not asking you to do the same thing. Deal Machine, obviously the company is sponsoring me, dude. They're telling me to tell you guys what's good. But I'm also going to be honest with you. Not trying to sell you on anything. I'm trying to show you something that works. You can close deals with Deal Machine all day. But this strategy that I'm teaching is about as organic as it gets. This is nothing that you can learn on a paid software. This is nothing that I don't think that any other guru in town that isn't a real estate attorney can teach you. Okay. This right here is next level stuff. I'd love to have you on the other side. The link to the private community is there. Everybody that signs up as well, get a one-on-one coaching call with your boy for 30 minutes. I will help you out with scaling your operation personally and give you a 90-day success plan. So that's my gift to you guys if y'all want to hit that link. So what is niche? We're going to go over niche data right now. Niche data is very simple. The link's right there, y'all. I put it in the comments. The niche data is simple. It's judgments. It's liens. It's probate. It's open records requests. We're going to call it RQ. RQ. Brax, if you can let that guy in for me, please. Judgments, liens, probate, open records requests, list pendants. Man, there's so many. There's so many. What else can we do? Affidavits, memorandums. There's more. There's federal tax liens. They call them FDLs in the system. I could go over this all day because there's about 28 of them. All right. And so first and foremost, I like to explain things. So you guys mind if I keep going on what these things are? I just want to make sure that I'm not boring you guys, because if not, I'll just jump straight into the nitty gritty of Deal Machine, because that's really what this call is before. That's really what I'm going to teach in this call. But I might go off on a tangent sometimes. As a mentor, all right, I like to talk. If I'm ever sitting in front of you and I start talking, promise you, keep me talking. All right. So, guys, a judgment is simple. I explained it. It's a default lawsuit. A lien is also simple. Lien is typically like when somebody puts something against your property that could affect the sale of the home. A lot of times, there is money that's attached to the other side. Probate is an official system that is governed around finalizing the last will and testament that you have when you pass away and you'll leave something behind. So again, probate is like when you have a estate that needs to be finalized. So probate, I only go that route when the individual that I'm talking to has left behind a will. But a lot of times what I like is fast closings. So I don't do it. I'll switch over and I'll do this instead, which is called an affidavit of heirship. We'll go over that here in a bit. But again, probate, very simple, basically is the process of finalizing someone's estate. When an individual dies and they die interstate, what happens is that if they left behind a documentation that states that their assets that they've owned in life. When I say estate, guys, estate ain't just somebody's freaking house. It's everything, dude. It's my refrigerator right here. It's my freaking this pizza box that's part of my estate. By the way, that wasn't me, that was my son. It's all of my stuff, my TVs, it's everything I got. It's this shiny ass thing that I keep inside of my garage that's covered with a bunch of stuff. This will also get sold as well if something happens to your boy, right? And so, guys, your estate is everything that you've owned in life. Everything. I didn't mean to flex the card, by the way, guys. That thing has been in there since February. I only use it A friend of mine has a nonprofit called the Ferrari Kid. So when kids are terminally ill, they're, it is what it is. It's very sad to say. He takes my car and he chauffeurs kids that are dying of cancer so that that can be used to give them a really great experience. He like rents out whole movie theaters and stuff. Just letting you guys know, that used to be me. I'm not like that anymore. I don't need that. That is not even important to me. I don't even drive it anymore. I drive my truck. That's all I need. I have a boat. I go fishing every other weekend. That's it. But that car was a very ugly and arrogant version of Quentin that used to exist. So I don't want you guys to think that I'm flexing. I just want to show you what goes in my estate when I do die. Okay. And so, guys, if y'all want to be a part of that foundation, just type in Ferrari Kid in Google. I make nothing telling you guys about it. But yes, kids that are terminally ill, he chauffeurs them in my car, as well as a bunch of Ferraris and Lamborghinis. And they all pull up to movie theaters and they roll out the red carpet for these kids, man. They ran out a whole movie theater to these kids. They get to be kids, and I tell you what, it's very sad seeing that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times these kids just want to be kids and all they're getting is bad news every single day, right? And so this is just a really cool way to give back. And it's free. You can just donate $1, $2 if you wanted to. Ferrari Kid Foundation. Tell the owner that I sent you. And the Ferrari Kid has a crazy story. He was handpicked by Michael Jackson to get his whole treatment paid for. He's had over 189 surgeries. His body is somewhat disfigured, but his Michael Jackson took him to his concert in California and flew him there when he was supposed to be dying. And Lord saved him and healed him. Jesus, the ultimate healer of all. And what happened was he got picked up in a red Ferrari and he was chauffeured the whole event. He got to sit at the front, got to go on stage with Michael Jackson. It inspired him so much that he wanted to create the Ferrari Kid Foundation, where he goes and he does the same thing to other kids that are terminally ill, and he gives them the best experience as they're on their way out. So, guys, just want to give you all that, right? So, going into this, probate is the process of finalizing somebody's freaking estate, whatever it is that they leave behind when they die. That's everything. The next one is open records request. Guys, open records request is a portal in your county where you can get specific types of leads. These are leads that you can request directly from the county that you have public information access to. There is a act that was passed in America in the dawn of time. It's called the Freedom Public Information Act of America. Look it up. A lot of this means that all information, including properties and the names of the owners and documentations associated with those properties, is public record. So most of the time, I know that I have some people in here. How many guys have gone down to the courthouse and they turned you away? Come on. So one of you guys had to have gone down there and be like, yo, I'm looking for pre-foreclosure leads. I'm looking for like houses that are going into
They try to
like some
arrest
type
me.
of deficit. Right. And what happens? What happens? They say, no, we don't know what you're talking about. No, it is your right to have access to this information. They are violating your rights as an American by not giving you this information. So I want you guys to print out a copy of the Freedom Public Information Act of America and take it with you and say, so you're violating my rights. I'd like to speak to your supervisor because someone here has access to the data that I am requesting. I don't need people's freaking social security numbers. All I need is access to the information of the addresses because that's what I'm going to go after. The Freedom Public Information Act of America. Somebody write that down. Write that down. So this is all United States, not just Texas. This is all United States. Now that law is governed by specific things. Not everybody is just going to give you the information. A lot of times it's free for you to receive it, but they're going to charge you. All right. So again, for all of my people that are here, open records request is where you can get recent arrest records. Let's say somebody's on their third DWI and they got arrested at 123 Main Street. You can get that. Okay. You can get fire damaged homes, properties that just recently had a fire department call, properties that just got a fire on them. All of those things, there's reasons that houses get on fire every day. Water shut off. If water has damaged a house or a utility is shut off, you can order that information directly from your water supply company. It's public info. They can tell you how many houses are currently not utilizing a water service now in that specific area, right? Code violations, y'all. Sometimes in your open records request portal, you can see open code enforcement cases against properties. It could be for overgrown grass. It could be for holes in the roof, broken windows, houses wide open, right? These are things that are important for you guys. Those are variables as to reasons why someone will want to sell a house. Now, I talked about vacancy somewhat. I think I may have missed this one. It's imperative to go back to it. If you guys ever get a list of vacant properties, I just want y'all to understand this, okay? None of these platforms, they're all lying to you just by saying the word vacant. None of them know if the house is truly vacant or not. Vacancy, and this is important for all of you guys that are watching, right? Vacancy means that the mailman could not deliver a letter for some reason. That's it. And so a lot of these companies are like, whoa, we sell a vacancy list. No, you don't. You sell a list of people who were undeliverable mail was sent to. And so what happens is the USPS guy, whoever delivers the mail nationwide, right, tries to go up to a property. The grass is too overgrown. They'll write it down as undeliverable because they don't want to get bit by a snake walking in there and they don't know what the hell's inside of that house beyond the gate. Maybe they go up to the property and it's obvious as day. There's broken windows, there's stuff that's happening in the house. It looks like a hazard. So if it looks dangerous, the mailman will not deliver the piece of mail. That's what USPS vacancy means. That's what this lead is. Okay. Now, to be able to get this organically, you have to have owned the data yourself. And it needs to be in a platform where you can utilize the USPS API connection to load it into your platform. And every single time you run it, I think it costs like maybe a fraction of a penny. It'll verify all of your addresses to see which one of them was undeliverable for a piece of mail that tried to hit the house. That's vacancy. And so Deal Machine has that API connection since they warehouse over 800 million records, which I don't know if you guys know this, but every record in Deal Machine now has a phone number, right? USPS is connected to Deal Machine. So anytime you guys get leads, you can create a vacancy list and it'll be automatically updated every single month. Super cool stuff, dude. So if you haven't been using Deal Machine, I would tell you right now it's worth it to cancel all the other subscriptions because this one's fire. On top of that, you get $30 on your boy to use it for whatever you would like. So open records requests, list pendants, moving back into this one, list pendants are very, very straightforward. They are active lawsuits regarding a piece of real estate. That's what a list pendant is. Affidavits is another way that you guys can do probate. Now, what happens when somebody dies? All right. What happens when somebody dies and they don't have a will? Well, the process that they undergo typically after this is called an affidavit of heirship. So, an affidavit of heirship is where you take the heirs to a property, which are considered next of kin, and they all inherit the property based on their stature of heirship. What does that mean? If I die and I'm married, my wife takes everything. My kids are labeled on the affidavit. Now, let's say I died and then wife died. We had 5 kids, and one of my kids died, but before he died, he had 3 children, right? We had 5 kids. One of our kids had 3 children, and he's deceased. Well, now there's 4 plus 3, there's 7 people that inherit that property now. So, an affidavit of heirship is very straightforward. It's just another way that you connect the dots to get next of kin to inherit the property to sign off on it. Now, there's a huge stigma around the affidavit of heirship. There's a dark gray area around it. I recently contracted a property in Detroit. I'll give you guys just a quick case study. I have this thing at $20,000 with my friend Mike. Mike is one of my private students. I coach him one-on-one. He's part of my program. He went and he looked up tax delinquent properties, found it in Detroit, Michigan, started calling all of them, and lo and behold, we got a hold of a family, 5 people that own this piece of real estate. Crazy thing, bro. Crazy thing. So, because Detroit, Michigan is one of the highest vacancies cities that you'll ever live in America, a lot of these properties are abandoned, right? So much fraudulent activity has been done through affidavits of heirship because people lie about the estate and who owns it. Title companies almost put a permanent ban on them. They insist that you go through probate when you put a property under contract in Detroit, Michigan now. So that's insane, right? I didn't know that. I'm in Texas, dude. In Texas, we have way more leniency here. But yeah, Mandy, you're probably going to experience that when you deal with one of these types of issues. Because, there's a lot of vacant properties, and these vacant properties are worth so much money. I had this thing at 25 grand. It's already gone through the foreclosure process. It's getting foreclosed on in September. On September and October of the first of every month in Detroit specifically is when they do the auctions, and it's only once a year. Isn't that something? Right? In Texas, is every first Tuesday of every month, dude. There's so many properties here. And so, yeah, man, I'm actually reversing the foreclosure process. I contacted the city, let them know that we're going through probate. They agreed that if we put the property in a payment plan, I had the heirs put up $1,200 to put toward the taxes. We're bringing the property out of foreclosure. We just have to show that we're doing affidavit of heirship, and that's proof of the probate process beginning. And they're going to reverse everything for us. So that's great. And we have all 5 heirs that are willing to sign off on this house. And guys, I have this thing sold for like $170. This is $150,000 assignment fee. Yeah, it might take me 3 months to do these deals, but that's what we teach in the cheat code. I'd rather do 5 deals that are going to make me over 100 G's every year than focus on these little $5,000 to $10,000 pops that don't even pay my next month's bills. All right. And that's what you learn in the cheat code. That's what I love to teach in my private program. So guys, it's worth it. I'm telling y'all, and two, if you're here, you can drop your affiliate link. We have an affiliate program. So people who sign up, they get half of the fee if you bring in other people that want to learn from me. So guys, this is a thing. Affidavits, memorandums are my favorite, bro. Memorandums. Who here is taught by any type of fly-by-night guru to go in and put a memorandum against a contract if your seller backs out? I know so many of you guys that think that that's okay. People like me sue people like you, if that's you, okay? And a lot of you guys don't know this, but if you never had the intent to buy the house and your sole intent was to wholesale it, well, that is illegal. And I can sue you for that. That is a federal crime to enter into a purchase agreement with someone and not have the intent to buy their house. But people don't know that. People don't know that. And so, guys, the only way that a memorandum that you file against a property can hold power is if you actually closed on that house. Even if your seller said that they weren't wanting to sell to you anymore, you don't just go and slap a memorandum on it. You still have a contract to fulfill. For a memorandum to be valid, your seller has to be in default. That means that you have to show up on closing date. You have to fund the property. You have to sign the deed. Title company has to receive the funds. Once all of this has taken place, you're going to get all your money back anyway. You're borrowing, lender gets all their money back, all of those things. But you closed. Because you closed, now your seller's in default. Now you can put a memorandum against a property. If you've never done that before, well, then I sue you. It's called a suit to quiet title. Cost me about $500 to do. I filed this in federal court, and I make sure that you are scared to the point where you release the memorandum. When you put a memorandum against a property, all you are letting all of us guys know that do this at scale is that you had a deal under contract and you couldn't perform. That's what you're doing. So unless you have the authority to buy a property and close on it, and you have the funds lined up to do that, your memorandum has no power here. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Lord of the Rings, but that's where I got that from. Anyways, so that's a memorandum. A federal tax lien is different. Federal tax lien is different than tax delinquency. Tax delinquency is when you're not paying your city taxes. That's the taxes you pay every single year for your piece of real estate. Federal tax lien is when a business owner does not pay taxes. And what happens is the federal government, aka the IRS, puts a tax lien against the house. These tax liens can be negotiated. They can also be removed. They can't be put against houses that are homestead. If you just put a property under contract as a federal tax lien against it now, you could just file for homestead extension and then sue the IRS to remove the lien because they're putting a false lien on a property that is your primary residence. That's how you remove a federal tax lien from a property. Now, guys, that is cheat code stuff I'm teaching. It has nothing to do with today's curriculum. All right. And we're already at 1. So today, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to build a niche list inside of Deal Machine. And I hope that y'all got value from this, man. I wasn't planning on talking about cheat code stuff, but it's imperative that we talk about this. All right. Now, why did I take the time to draw this out? Why did I take the time to draw this out? What we're going to do, which is going to be way more valuable, all right, than just getting any of these leads from blanket to blanket, variable to niche, right, is we're going to take these and we're going to stack them together to create a high motivational lead. All of these leads are going to be one lead on 123 Main Street. That's what we want. We go after this, not all of this. This is crazy. So what I'm looking for is a property that has high equity. They've almost paid it off. That's behind on taxes. That's owned by a senior who's also disabled. The property is vacant and they have an active list pending against their house, or there is a lien or a judgment against the property. Guys, when you have a lead that has 5+ indicators of motivation on it, you have a lead that is willing to sell you their property for pennies on the dollar. You get what I'm saying? You guys understand what I'm talking about, right? I wanted to go over all of these different lead types because I don't market to all of them. I stack them and then I market to a few. And that, my friends, is the reason that a lot of you guys have not done this business and gotten a deal under contract yet. It's because you don't know this one thing. You just have to stack the leads together and we just have to create a motivated seller. That's it. Because that's who we are trying to market to. We want to talk to somebody who doesn't just want to sell, because that's everybody, bro. We want to talk to somebody who needs to sell. That's the difference. All right. And so, guys, I'm also going to open this up for Q&A at the end of this. I want y'all to follow me. This is going to be y'all's homework today. Today's homework is to build a niched out list on Deal Machine. Tomorrow, I'm going to show you guys how to go about using comps, how you can maximize the software to make your offers, how you can get repair estimates using the software. We're going to jump into some of the AI features as well that can help you guys make your offers. Tomorrow, our goal, hopefully, if everybody here does this right, is to underwrite a deal, put a property under contract. All right. And on 3, I'm going to be cold calling. On day 3, I'm going to be showing you guys my sales skills. And so, everybody that's a part of this, when we're done with today's call, I'm going to email everybody here homework. The homework is to build 3 niche lists. That's it. I want your full focus today. We're not going to try to overdo it. I know some of you guys got jobs, man. I know. I know some of you guys got kids too. I'm a dad, man. I got a kid. I got a pregnant baby mama 8 months in. We got another one on the way. My first daughter will be here in a month, bro. I know exactly what it's like to feel stretched apart, like you don't got time. Man, but I'm telling you, if you've got like at least an hour to dedicate this tonight, you can do this, bro. You can do this. Oh, I got a zoo at home too, Lou. I got 2 French bulldogs in my backyard right now. Millie and Biggie. They're sweet. They're sweethearts. I'm getting a third Frenchie too. Don't ask me why. It's one of the stupidest things I've ever done. But your boy's breeding dogs now. I never thought that was going to be a thing. Well, I'm going to share my screen, guys. We're going to go into this together. Okay. So first and foremost, for everybody here, let's log into Deal Machine. So again, Deal Machine is a platform that you can market, you can pull leads, you can skip trace leads. Everything comes in one. It is an all-in-one software. If you're spending a crap ton of money on a bunch of data, man, I'm telling you guys this, dude, it is very difficult to become successful in this business when you're spreading yourself too thin. You're spreading yourself too thin. Guys, dedicate yourself to one software and one software only. All right. That's it. That's all you need. You don't need hundreds of different subscriptions. You just need one. So if you're in this and you're on PropStream, you don't want to leave, I get it. But just one. Otherwise, you're going to bleed yourself. Everybody here is trying to get you to sign up for as many softwares as possible. Dude, I know this. I mean, I've done it. I'm not no saint, okay? I know. But if I could give you guys tangible advice for any of my people that are struggling, or maybe you did this already and you're trying to get traction up going, stick to one. I use Deal Machine for everything. It's freaking dope. Now I'm in a different position. All right. I get a lot of these softwares for free because I'm Quentin and I have a huge brand. It is what it is. I recommend all of you guys build a brand. It's a cheat code. You get these things for free. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that like it's something to applaud. I have to perform. I have to do things like this. If I don't do things like this, Deal Machine stops paying me every month. If I don't do things like this, it's important that I keep the brand going. I keep making videos about it. So everybody here understand this. I'll be the only one to tell you this because most of these other guys just want to make more money off you clicking their links. That's not going to be me. All right. One platform, one thing, no more unicorns, consistent as a tree. If I go out in my backyard right now, you guess what I'm going to see? I'm going to see the tree in my backyard. When I wake up tomorrow and I look out backyard, guess what's still going to be there? The damn tree. Are you showing up every single day as hard as that tree in your backyard or your front yard is? So no more unicorns, consistent as a tree. That's it. And so my homework for all of you guys today is to build 3 niche lists. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it, okay? And so again, from here guys, this is the dashboard to Deal Machine. It's a way that you can look up markets and literally anything, right? So guys, I'll tell you what I want to do is I want to build one in your market. So what market are you in? Drop it in the comments section and I will begin building out a niche list in that area. This way you can follow with me. I see it. Phoenix, Las Vegas, GA, Baltimore, Tampa. Georgia, Houston. Jesus, bro. I'm reaching people everywhere. This is crazy. London? That's what I'm talking about, Mary. I didn't know you were in here. It's so good to see you. All right, Scottsdale. I love it. Dude, we got somebody from London in here, man. How awesome is that? Okay, let's see. I'm gonna pick one. I'm gonna pick one. Any, mini, miny, mo, catch a tiger by his tail. If it hollers, let him go. Any, mini, miny, mo. Woodbridge, VA. Let's get it. Okay, guys, I'm picking one. Deidre or Deetra. Am I saying that right? Deetra. There we are. Oh, that's not what we want. Sorry. Put your name in there like I'm gonna find you. Woodbridge, VA. All right, so Woodbridge, and then let's pull it up here. VA. Boom. Oh my God. Man, if I was up there, I would be on this river every day. Like I wouldn't be anywhere else, just the river. Like I would not have a real estate business. Ooh, look at that body of water, baby. Oh my God. Okay, sorry, y'all. It's a Texas thing. I love to fish, dude. I want to go up north so bad because I just heard that it's another animal. Okay, so guys, what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna build out a niche list. So first and foremost, this is the place where you can go and look up any area in America, and it can really just highlight um all of the properties that are available. So we have 63,000 properties, dude. 63 properties. So obviously, we're not going to market to 63,000 people, right? We don't want to do that. What we want to do is we want to narrow things down. So I want to look for single family homes. Selecting property type, single family, we can obviously do more. We do multifamily and other things as well. But for the sake of this video, we're just going to do single family homes. So that narrows it down to about 33,000 prospects. Now, I'm still not trying to market to 33,000 people because that's going to take way too much time. Now, the price that I'd like to go after here, minimum 100,000, maximum, I'll say anywhere between like, I don't know, we'll go all the way up to 800 grand. I'm looking for just houses here. So again, 100,000, 800,000, got 28,000 prospects. I like for my properties to have more than two bedrooms and more than one bathroom. I don't really market to one ones. So we have 28,000 prospects still. So that's really good, y'all. Now, if you hit the more button, there is a crap ton of more filters that you can add to this list. For the sake of this video and the homework that I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to show you guys three different leads, three different lists that you can build using this platform in three different markets. So after this one, I will pick another and we will build again. Okay. So quick filters is the place where you can see the main indicators of motivation. All right. So you have everything here. And if you might not know what some of these things mean, you can click on the little question mark here. It says properties that are owned by a bank or financial institution, usually as a result of foreclosure. Cash buyers, properties whose owners may be able to purchase properties outright with cash without the need for a mortgage loan. Free and clear. Well, we all know what that is. It's properties that have no debt associated with it whatsoever, right? So we get all these different things. Now, I kind of want to look for a list here. Now, you know what I think would be a good one? I am going to start with someone over the age of 65. Let's do senior first and see if they have it. Now, sometimes in some markets, senior information isn't available. So if this is one of those, that number that says 28,000 down here in the bottom right is going to drop down significantly. It's going to drop to like zero. Okay. So we're going to click senior owners and let's see how many people are seniors that live here. We have 8,045 properties that are owned by a senior citizen in this area. So we have our senior list now. So that's pretty good, right? We know that they're over the age of 65. Now, this is going to be the next one. There's a 65-year-old person. They own it, but let's add this. They do not live there. And let's hit match all. Select this thing here, match all, and it's going to stack now. We got 1,456 properties that are owned by a senior citizen where the senior owner does not live there. Now let's add this last one, vacancy. 20 properties. That is it right there. Now, last one we don't want any of them to be on market. I don't do on market wholesaling, guys. I don't teach that. That's another guru's job, not mine. We have 18 properties in this area that are owned by someone who's over the age of 65. They could be living, they could be dead, they could be going out of retirement. They could be in a retirement home, they could be on their way out, they could be in a hospital bed sick. They might still just own it and they might not want to own it anymore. These are also people who might own multiple properties. They're absentee owners, so we know that they own the property, but they don't live there. And that property they own is not listed on the MLS. USPS has verified that they were unable to deliver a piece of direct mail to that property. So we know for a fact that there's either overgrown grass, the house is clearly vacant, holes in the roof, windows, property is exposed to the elements, meaning that it's wide open, maybe a car ran through it. 65 and up, absentee owner, not listed on the market. USPS has verified that it is vacant. 18 houses. Guys, that's all you need. We confirm that, we build that, and boom. This is list number one right here. I promise you guys, I would go all in on this one. I wouldn't even like, dude, if I wanted to pay for skip tracing, I would just do skip trace services paid for by 5 different companies to find the people that I'm looking for. Do an ancestry look on all of them. See if you can find relatives that can help you identify who the person is that owns the property. Take it even a step further. Add them on Facebook, message them on Facebook, look them up on LinkedIn, find their emails and skip tracing, right? Utilize different skip tracing services to see which one yields you the best results. Single line dial each one and track your results. Guys, I'm giving y'all advice here that's going beyond what I'm supposed to be teaching, but this is important because some of you guys might think like, what, 18 properties? How are you going to get a deal out of that? Guys, how are you not going to get a deal out of that? Come on, dude. That right there is crazy. It's crazy. So, for everybody here, this is what you call a high priority list. This is something that I would spend all of my time on. I promise you, it only takes one. If you told me that all I got to do is take 18 names in a hat, boom, and I get to pick one and it can make me $10,000, well, that's 1/18th of a chance. Some of you guys are going all in on 1/10,000th of a chance. I'll take my 18 over 10,000 records any day of the week because I've built a list that is quality. Quality. Okay. Now we're going to build the second one. I need another market, guys. I will go ahead and I'll share this with you. Deetra, if you can just message me after this, I'll export this for you and I'll send it to you so that you can market to it. Or you can load it into your Deal Machine account and you can market to it yourself. But guys, you can do so much from this portal. I'm going to tell y'all about this tomorrow because I don't want it to be the main focus, but tomorrow's focus is going to be marketing and underwriting. So we're going to talk about skip tracing. We're going to talk about cold calling. Everybody here is going to get scripts and all kinds of stuff today. So you'll get an email before the night's over of everything that I'm acquiring of all of you. And I hope to see everybody in tomorrow's call too. So this is list number one. Highly recommended. Let's go back to it just so that everybody has it. We're going to go back to the map. The filters are senior owner, absentee, off market, vacant. Property types, single family, multifamily. House is valued between $100,000 and $800,000. 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom or more. Okay. So everybody got that? Good. Moving on to the next market. Give me something, guys. What do we got? Nashville, Tennessee. Fire, no, people drop North Carolina twice. Let's run it. This one's for North Carolina. Come on and raise up. Come on, guys. That was my jam when I was a kid. All right, we're gonna do North Carolina. Let's do Fayetteville. Let's run it. So Fayetteville, North Carolina. Maybe I didn't spell it right. Okay. Let's do North Carolina, period. Yeah, anytime I think of like North Carolina, I automatically think of um PD Pablo, and that's probably not healthy. Fayetteville. I think that's how you spell it. Okay. There we are, North Carolina. Boom. And look at this. I'm going to use the same filter, mind you, when you go from market to market. Check this out, bro. Caesar, my guy, check this out. Same filter, right? So I kept the filter the same. Look how many leads are in your county, dog. 385 prospects just on the list that I built. Like insane. We can take out Woodridge here and just leave it at Fayetteville. All it did was marry the same criteria. Y'all can take this criteria into any market and look what we're getting. Now, that part of VA is a small area, but probably well sought after considering there's a big body of water there. So I'm going to assume that people buy vacation homes over there. So you get a lot of vacant senior owned properties that could possibly vacation homes. Now, here in Fayetteville, this is way different. We get 367 properties that yield the same results. Amazing, amazing. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to clear all of these, right? We're going to start from the beginning, from scratch. This is list number 2. Everybody here can copy mine, or you can go in and make your own. It doesn't matter, but there's 110,000 prospects in this market. I'm teaching you guys how to prospect. Like, this is the bread and butter. This is what's going to make you the most money here. we're going to do it this way. I like single family. Let's just narrow it down on that because I think that that's the easiest for everybody here, considering I know a lot of you guys are just starting. So we're going to click on price here. Price, I still like a minimum of $100,000 and up. Fayetteville, North Carolina might. Okay, cool. Yeah, that seems to be the average. Let's go up to, let's say, 500,000, right? Let's keep it in a sweet spot, right? So we still got some traction, 65,000 properties. Cool, cool. Now I still like my bedroom bathrooms, man. I still got to do over 2/1 every time. So I got 62,000 here. We're going to do quick filters now. Now on this list in particular, I want to do a double whammy. Who here knows what that is? Who here knows what that is? A double whammy in the business means two things. If I call this list, I'm getting two different results. Number one, they're a motivated seller and they have a portfolio of properties that they want to sell to me. Number two, number two, they're a cash buyer and they're still buying properties. Great list to go after. I love this one because you can make the conversation two ways. If you talk to this person, they're like, go to hell. I'm not sending you any of my, I'm not selling you any of my houses. I'm gonna say, all right, cool. So are you buying houses still? Now I can pivot the conversation, get a cash buyer in my corner and see if I can find him real estate deals and continue on with the list. Because I promise you, if you find one cash buyer here and they already own a portfolio, right? This is called a tired landlord list. They already own a portfolio. And let's say you find somebody else 5 calls later and they're trying to sell their portfolio. Well, portfolio owner one wants to buy more. Portfolio owner two wants to sell all of his houses. Double whammy. All right. So whammy. Want everybody to understand that. Put a double whammy in the comment section or something, dude. So guys, the foundation of this list is going to be called tired landlord. Let's put it in there. Tired landlord. Boom. 2,590 properties. Guys, you could just market to that with no stacks and you're going to have a great freaking time. Okay. So I like pairing this one up. If it's a tired landlord, I also want them to have vacant homes, right? Because that means that they have vacancies, vacant properties, matching all. 124 tired landlords that own vacant homes in Fayetteville, North Carolina. This is list number 2, y'all, and it doesn't have to be crazy. All I did was narrow down by single family, narrow down by my price, narrow down my bed to bathroom ratios, added 2 filters, stacked them together. Tired landlord is already a list, y'all. Let me show you what it looks like real quick. So a tired landlord, because it's already a stack in its own. Properties in which the owner doesn't reside. They've owned the property for 15 years or more. These owners may be interested in selling their rentals. So we know they don't live there. It's already an absentee own. We also know that they've owned the property for over 15 years. It's like 3 criterias in one. They could possibly be interested in selling their rental properties. So guys, hitting that is a 3 stack in its own plus vacancy. That's a 4 stack lead right there. We build that list, confirm it. And my friend Caesar, brother, if you just message me after this call, I will send you over these leads as well so that you can load them into your Deal Machine account and begin marketing to them. And so, guys, these are properties that are either owned by individuals who have a portfolio to sell or a portfolio and they're interested in buying. That's why I love doing this. This is such a great list. And it's only 124 prospects, dude. You can go all in on this. And I promise you, you're going to get a big bang for your buck. I'll go over marketing and stuff like that tomorrow, but this is great. This is already phenomenal. Okay. So, guys, let's move on to list number 3 while we're on this call together. Is everybody still with me? I hope you guys aren't getting bored. I mean, I don't want y'all to be falling asleep when I'm dropping all of this game. You know, I know what it's like to be sitting in a chair and just listening to a guy talk for an hour straight. But I hope I've been entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Okay, guys, let's run it. Okay, let's run it. We are going to build list number 3. I need another market. Somebody give me one. Somebody give me one. Who got it?
Los Angeles.
All right, Mandy said that's okay. I honestly appreciate that because she spoke up and used her voice, right? Guys, there's power in your words, man. All right,
And
let's
Connecticut.
we're running it already, man. I got Las Vegas. She said that's cheating. No, man, I'd say that that's clever. This is kind of a cheat code what I'm showing you, you know? So all right, Mandy, we'll do Los Angeles. Let's get it. So we're gonna do Los Angeles, California. I want to keep the same criteria just so you can see what's in here. And I think I spelled it right. Did I spell it right? I did. Okay, boom. Los Angeles, California. This is a very, very intricate market, you guys. Very intricate market. So we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna kick that out right there. I just want to know with the same criteria, how many of these properties are owned by landlords that are vacant. Just want to know because right now it's loading the information. You see that little thing that's spinning? So Los Angeles is massive. Like this is a huge market. I don't know if you guys know anything about California, but there's about like over 1,000 markets inside of California. Some people will literally stay in specific parts of Cali, from Pasadena to Monterey to South Pasadena, Los Angeles, West Hollywood, Beverly Hills. I know people that literally just flip houses in Beverly Hills. My friend Chris is one of them. He owns a house out there. Super cool dude. But yeah, it could be glitching. So it's or that or it's a lot of addresses, and this is just a massive amount of data. Let me refresh. Sometimes you guys got to refresh it because we've been making a lot of lists. It's going from county to county, place to place. So for everybody here, don't fret. We're gonna just run this stuff together. Los Angeles. Oh, I saw the number popped up. It said 4,000. We're hitting Los Angeles right now. There's two. That's why. Look at that. There's 2,477 properties in Los Angeles alone. Guys, it's just one part of California. So we're gonna do single family here, single family. So maybe this will narrow it down a little bit. I mean, how many houses could there be? Jesus. Okay, crazy. Well, let's narrow this down in price. Now, I know that the median household in California is way higher than what it is here in Texas, in North Carolina, or even in Virginia. So I'm going to say minimum, we're going to start about $100,000. Maximum, we'll go all the way up to 3 million. That seems to be pretty damn standard. Let's see what it looks like. Guys, it's a lot of data, y'all. Like, this is a lot. This is not a normal market. To thrive in a market like this, really, you have to be there. Like, you have to know the area, if I'm being real. San Antonio is one of those. San Antonio, man, you go down one road, you look at all these houses on the left, bro, they're ghetto, they're hood. Nobody wants to mess with them, nobody wants to own them. And then on the right side of the road, house is worth over $1 million. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? So we got 1.3. Let's see if we can narrow this down a little bit. How about we go to 1.5 million and see if that kind of narrows it down? I don't want that many prospects, man. I just want prospects that I'm sure of. Now, this is not normal, but I'm glad that we're doing one because some of you guys might be in a market just like this. I know that New York is going to yield heavy results. Any big metropolitan area that has a population of over 3 million is going to yield crazy results. So just kind of be aware of that. So yeah, guys, I mean, this is going to take a minute here. Los Angeles is kind of a crazy market, but for right now, you know what I will do is I'll just get rid of all of these. Let's go back to just straight up property type. We're going to go to Los Angeles, California again. I'm going to do property type. We're going to do single family home. I'm not going to set a price point because clearly there's so many houses here. What I'll do is I'll just start building out what I like, 2 to 1 or more, right? Quick filters here. I want all the houses that are off market. This is going to be one of the best ones that I've built for you guys. Tax delinquent, senior owner, match all. Guys, this is without a doubt my favorite list of all three. You can literally make it big just marketing to people that owe property taxes that are over the age of 65. So, guys, this is list number 3. And this one is probably going to give you guys the best results. Tax delinquency is such a crazy thing. Tax delinquency, it could mean that their property is getting taken away from them. Senior owner could mean that they're over the age of 65 or they're just dead. So look at that. We have 25,000 that are on this specific list. Now, if we want, we can add one more stack to it. One more, because this is such a huge list. Let's go even further. Let's do vacant. This is going to drop the number all the way down. Now, the thing about LA, if I'm being honest, if a mailman didn't deliver to your house, there could have been more than just a vacant house, bro. They could be trying to give you mail in the hood. And that is something to think about, okay? 386 prospects, all tax delinquent, off market, senior owners, vacant homes. I'll build this one for you, Mandy, and I'll send this to you now. This is list number 3, guys. This is list number 3. Man, what a session. What a session. And so my homework for everybody here. Now you can copy me all day. I promise you guys, y'all can be like Picasso, right? Be the little thieves you are and take my method and run it. I don't mind. Go ahead. Just tell everybody who taught you. Okay. But I'd love for you guys to kind of get an idea of what this looks like. And that's what today's call was all about. Okay. And so with that being said, everybody that is here, your homework is to utilize Deal Machine. I think Alex, if you're in here, if you can drop the link for everybody to Deal Machine so that they can get it. You get $30 on your boy. It's free for the next 7 days. Cancel when you're done. I'm not trying to take your money. I'm just trying to show you how you can use it. I've known people to have gotten their first property under contract using just the free trial. That's my goal for you guys today. I know some of y'all might not got the money. I get it, but that's for you guys, right? But this is, again, important for all of you. Deal Machine is inside of the comment section. I'd love for all of you to have this. Message me after the session if I'd offered you a list. Okay. I do own a data company. It's something you guys can privately message me about if you're wanting me to build more lists for you. I can. I niche it down all the way. All right. And so, guys, also my private community, Alex, if you can drop the link in there. If any of this stuff that I taught on this part, because I spent about an hour talking about cheat code stuff, intrigued any of you for any reason, join my community. It's 7 days for free. Just try it. What's there to lose? We do calls like this all the time. I'm going to be doing this 3-day challenge probably once a month inside of Wholesaling House's Elite Freedom. My friend Jose, by the way, just is a great friend of mine. Jose, he gifted me with the opportunity to take over the group, so I am now the owner. And I hope that you guys, he gave me a big task. I have big shoes to fill. I just want to make sure that I'm doing the best I can here. I don't want to sell y'all anything. Like, this is just me giving you guys what you got. I know everybody in here ain't just financially set to invest in things. I know what it feels like to sleep on a freaking floor, bro. Like, I get it, right? But these are great tools for you, and it would expedite where it is that you're trying to go. And I believe in them because I've been doing this for so long. So if you guys got value from this and you want to be a part of this on a deeper level, I'd love to have you. Just hit the link in school, get involved. It's free for 7 days. Just try it out. Ain't going to cost you nothing. You can cancel right away if you want. I don't care. Just get your butt in there. I'd love to see you. Okay. We're going to be posting the call recordings first in the private community. So that's something for all of you guys. I ain't charging no $10,000 like other gurus. I ain't charging no 5,000. I'm charging no 3,000, not even 1,000. It's 97 bucks, dude, because I remember that's all I had when I first walked into a real estate seminar. And they were like, raise your hand who has 20K to invest in your mentorship. I didn't have that. I didn't have that. I had $100 in my pocket and 2 ounces in my truck. That's it. And I needed that to go pay my bills, bro. So, like, I know what it's like, man. This is for you guys. And so, guys, I'm going to open this up and end it on this note. This is going to be a Q&A, but the recording stops here. The Q&A is just for everybody that is here. I got about 15 more minutes and then your boy got to go. I got to go pick up my son from school. But yeah, let me go ahead and stop this recording. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Love y'all so much. Let's get it tomorrow. Let's go back here again and do this.